So Bitcoin investors who bought BTC at the beginning of the year have so far received a 61.2% return on their investment. So for the long term, it's certainly continued to be a pretty positive result. Okay, Galen Moore, CoinDesk Director of Data and Indexes, joins us now. Hello there, Galen.
Hey, Michael. Thanks for having me.
So I understand it's your birthday, so happy birthday, for one.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping you wouldn't mention it.
That's I'm just being put in my ear. I didn't even know. I'm so sorry for not sending you that card this morning, but I'm now told happy birthday. So that was a fairly dramatic chart there, right? You know, these altcoins outperforming entirely. You know, what's going on here?
You know, I think, Michael, when you see a chart like this with Cardano and XRP in the top three, that is certainly an indicator of retail froth. Polkadot's run may be a similar indicator, but in my mind, to a lesser degree. So certainly kind of at least for the month of August, retail investors getting excited, I think is the takeaway from this chart.
Okay, break that down a little bit. I mean, why in particular those ones do they lead you to draw that conclusion?
You know, I think when it comes to ADA and XRP, you know, look, there are projects that certainly are in that kind of category that are attracting the interest of institutional or professional investors. But I think those are not two of them. ADA in particular, right, which is a smart contract platform. You know, I think especially when you look at what's happened with ETH over the past month vis-a-vis Bitcoin, you can see the rise in the legitimacy of ETH for the traditional investor. You know, EIP 1559, the Ethereum upgrade that took place this quarter, you know, that has been, I think, a tremendous success. It's shown that Ether can duplicate or co-opt some of the features of Bitcoin. I'm not sure that Taproot, which is Bitcoin's sort of equivalent or similarly timed improvement, I'm not sure it goes the same way. So, you know, when you see that kind of rise of Ether, you're bound to see projects that are similar to Ether kind of getting some benefit from that. But when it comes to institutional investors, I'm not sure that Cardano is one of them.
Yeah, we had a guest on yesterday talking about this as well, the idea that there is institutional interest now growing in things like you know, Ether, for example, and perhaps not Cardano, but certainly Ethereum. You know, what evidence do we have of that? How much participation? Are they still largely on the sidelines? Are they coming in? What's our outlook for institutions generally?
You know, I mean, so much of it is anecdotal, but there are a couple things you can look to sort of try to create a narrative around predicting or explaining how a professional investor might behave. One of them, I think, that's been really important over the past 2 months has been the existence of alternatives to buying Bitcoin in the spot market. So you still have the GBTC discount at about 15% to NAV earlier today. It's been in the double digits, in and out of the double digits for some time. And, you know, that's obviously accessible to both retail and institutional. But I think, you know, you have to look at that as a factor that depresses the price of Bitcoin or its potential to rise in any case. And then the other factor is the China mining crackdown, which sent crashing the price of mining equipment. So for investors with large pools of capital, for large investors, you have this kind of mining alternative. And you do see pickup there. The price of mining equipment has gone up, hash rate has gone up. And I think those are indicators that institutions are not, you know, per se sitting on the sidelines. But I do think that perhaps some of their entrance into the market may be going into assets like Ether and going into things like mining, which of course, you know, have sort of maybe an indirect effect at best on the price of Bitcoin.